Debt consolidation. Is it beneficial? Should you do it? What type of debt consolidation is out there? Debt management. I think debt management programs, debt consolidation programs do more harm than good, but they may serve a purpose. Here's why. If you haven't heard, and this comes up a lot with a lot of the small business owners that I talk to, a lot of them are looking for debt consolidation, whether it's good or bad. Debt consolidation is essentially when, let's say, you have 5 credit cards, and instead of paying 5 individual bills, you want to roll all those bills into one, or you want to save interest. Right? Let's say you have across 3 or 4 different accounts, you're paying, 25% in interest. Instead of paying 25% across 5 different accounts, it makes more sense for you to put all of those accounts into one loan with an interest rate of 15%. 15% is still high, but it's better than 25. Debt consolidation helps a lot with saving money, and can also help you lower your monthly bill, right? How much you're kicking out every single month. But there's a dark side to some of these programs, both debt consolidation programs or what they call debt management programs. And I'm going to explain the difference between a debt management program, a debt versus a debt consolidation loan. All right. So a debt is called debt management or debt consolidation program. Typically, what these companies do is all they do is they call up each of your credit companies, like usually credit cards. And what they do is say, hey, this person can't pay, the full balance. So we need to put them on a special payment plan where instead of them paying the full $10,000 that they owe you, they're only going to pay $5,000 or $6,000. The credit card company says, okay, cool, we'll do that. We'll have them just pay the $6,000. That's not a problem at all. But they're going to shut down your account. You will no longer be able to use any of the accounts that become a part of this debt management program. Not only that, the management company is going to put you on a 4 to 5 year contract to where now you have to pay them for 4 to 5 years. And the idea is that you pay them, they're going to put the money into what's called an escrow account. And then from that escrow account, they're going to pay the bill for you. They're going to pay your creditors for you. Now, some people like it. They think it's a great idea. They love it. Like my mom did it. She thinks it was one of the best things since sliced bread. Some caveats though to debt consolidation. This may be good for you to lower your monthly bill. Typically, if you have a substantial amount of credit card debt, let's say $10,000, $14,000, $25,000, $30,000, and you're paying something like $1,500 to $2,000 a month in credit card payments, using debt consolidation could benefit you, because it can bring that $2,000 a month payment down to $800 a month. And you know that you're going to pay into this company and the company is going to pay the other bills for you. The downside of this, though, is now you're locked into a 5-year contract with this debt consolidation company or this debt management program. The other situation that I see a lot is sometimes these debt management companies, these debt consolidation companies never actually pay the bills that they claim they're paying for you. So you just spent 4 to 5 years paying the debt consolidation company for nothing. And you end up just wasting your money and getting and feeling like it's a big scam. The other issue with these debt management programs, these debt consolidation programs, is that all of the credit cards or accounts that you include in the debt management program get closed. You cannot use the card again, nor can you get the card reopened. You would have to reapply for a new card with that bank or institution. The other issue, which I think is the biggest issue, is you're not paying the time that you're paying into this escrow account with the debt consolidation or debt management program. You are not making payments on the actual credit card account that you owe. The debt management program, the debt consolidation program, is actually going to tell you to stop paying on those credit cards and pay them instead. Why is this a problem? Because now each of those accounts are reporting late payments on your credit. So this is an issue, especially if you have not been late on the credit cards up until this point. So you go from having on all this perfect on-time payment history to now you're having late payments being reported across all your accounts, and it's literally destroying your credit. You can go from a 700 down to a 400 simply because you now have a 30-day late payment being reported across 5 accounts. The debt consolidation companies do not tell you this. They want you to believe that they want you to focus on the lower monthly payment. That's really the only benefit of a debt management program. It allows you to have a lower monthly payment on outstanding debts. Now, if you're worried about how your credit report looks, this is not the way to go. If you're not worried about how your credit report looks, or if you already have missed payments being reported, and now you just want to try and lower your monthly bill, then yeah, debt consolidation can be a good thing for you, right? It has its place. Now, depending on how much debt you have, so for instance, if you have like 6 figures in credit card debt, or you have over $50,000 in credit card debt, plus your car payment, plus your mortgage, and you are literally underwater no matter what type of consolidation plan you get on, or if you don't see that your income is going to be increasing anytime soon to cover all of these payments, you may be in a situation where it may just be better for you to file bankruptcy as opposed to a debt consolidation plan, as the bankruptcy will then put you in a position where no one can legally come after you for not paying the bill, right? No one can legally come after you and take your car. They can't take your house. The debt collectors can no longer call you because now you filed bankruptcy and you have those bankruptcy protections. This basically is going to boil down to what's important to you in your situation. If it's just a matter of making your monthly payments more manageable, then debt consolidation could be valuable to you. But here's what I recommend instead. Instead of going through a debt consolidation or debt management program, if you have, a decent credit score, let's say you have a 660, 680 and above, you can actually apply for a debt consolidation loan. You don't need to do a debt consolidation program. A debt consolidation loan can come in a lot of different ways. You can get a HELOC if you have equity in your house. You can get a home equity line of credit. Use that home equity line of credit to pay off all of your credit card bills. That is essentially what debt consolidation is. You're taking all of these individual debts and you're rolling them up into one big loan. And so now Instead of you paying on 5 or 6, 10 different credit cards, you're now just paying on one bill. It could be your HELOC. Plus, your HELOC is probably going to have a better interest rate than 5 different credit cards. If you don't have a home and you don't have access to equity, then you could just get a personal loan, right? There's a lot of different personal loans out there, a lot of great places to get a personal loan. I always recommend starting off with your credit union, your local credit union, your credit union you've been with. They offer personal loans. Some of them offer debt consolidation loans, right? So where you get the loan, it's just going to show up as a regular loan on your credit report. And let's say you need $20,000, get the $20,000 loan, and you're going to pay off all of your credit cards. So now this is probably one of the better ways to do it because it's going to lower your utilization, credit card utilization down to zero. By doing that, you're instantly going to see a boost in your credit score. It also prevents you from missing any payments whatsoever. And now you only have to worry about one loan to pay on. The other key is we're going to need some discipline. Once we get that loan, we pay off the credit card, we see all of our credit cards are zeroed out, we're going to be tempted to run the credit cards back up. Like we are absolutely going to be like, oh shit, all my credit cards are paid off, I'm good. This is the time that once you pay off these credit cards, just put them in a sock drawer, let them chill, let them simmer there until you pay off the debt consolidation loan. Once that debt consolidation loan is paid off, then you can go back and start, trying to use the credit card, start worrying about your points and your miles and all that good stuff. In the meantime, your focus should be just paying off this debt so you don't have to use it. So you don't have to worry about it anymore. Hold on. This is the best route to take with debt consolidation as opposed to a debt management program. Because the debt management program, sure, it will lower your monthly payment, but it's going to destroy your credit report. And it's a way that they take advantage of people who don't understand how credit works. Everyone focuses, so they know that the average person only focuses on their monthly payment. The average person does not look at the cost of the capital. The average person does not think about how this debt management program is going to affect their credit. Now, if you have good credit and you simply cannot afford the monthly payments, or you see that you're not going to be able to afford the monthly payments, this is a really good time to get a debt consolidation loan or a HELOC and wrap all of those debts into one lump monthly payment. If your credit is already a little jacked up, you're already late on your bills, and you're just trying to get some relief on those monthly expenses, you can actually set up your own debt consolidation or your own debt management program. Every single lender, whether it's your mortgage or an auto loan or credit card, has financial hardship programs. You literally, all you have to do is call up the credit card or your loan servicer and say, hey, I'm having a financial hardship right now, whether you lost your job, you got sick, you were injured, and you weren't able to work for a while, whatever your situation is, and let them know that you're not able to make payments, and so you need to be put on a program. With credit cards, this is how it works. They'll agree to it more than likely. You just have to apply for it or ask for it. Okay, it's called a financial hardship program. They're going to shut down the card just like they would shut it down in a debt management program. The credit card is going to get shut down. You're going to have an outstanding balance. Now, with this outstanding balance, if you owe 12,000, then you got to pay the 12,000. It is what it is. But the great thing is that they lower your interest rate dramatically. So if you had a 25% interest rate, a 29% interest rate, it's going to drop down to either something like a 4% interest rate or no interest at all. They're going to put you on a 4 to 5 year payment plan. So instead of you paying, like I had a client who was paying like $700 a month on one of his credit cards. I told him about the hardship program. He wasn't worried about losing the account or the account being closed. He was more worried about just being able to save his credit and being able to make sure he keeps on-time payment history. So they dropped his $700 a month payment down to like $189 a month. And it's $189 a month in his case for 5 years, right? This worked out for him because one, he saves his relationship with the credit card company. Once he pays them back in full over that time frame, guess what? He can always reapply and get another credit card with that company. He's not blacklisted. He's not burning any bridges. The other thing is that it's going to save his credit report, because as long as he makes this new lower monthly payment, the 189 as opposed to 700, is going to be reported as an on-time payment history. So not only is he saving money, he's also protecting his credit report. This is important for those of us that, you work hard to build up your credit. Don't destroy it simply because you have too much debt and you weren't able to manage it. Take control, right? Now, that's how it works with credit cards. Now, on the loan side, there are different loans work in different ways. So, for instance, if you have a mortgage, you can always ask the mortgage company to recalculate your interest rate and lower the interest rate, which could then lower your monthly payment. That's one thing you can do. You can always renegotiate the terms of your interest rate. Another thing you can do is, again, most mortgages or auto loans have some kind of financial hardship program that typically turns into some kind of deferment program where you can defer your payment up to like 90 days, where they will take your payment and put it to the back end of the loan. This means that the loan is now 3 months longer, or you have 3 months of additional interest that you're going to pay. But hey, if you need that additional cash flow for those 90 days until you can figure some things out, maybe a new job is coming through, maybe if you're a business owner, you have some outstanding invoices that are going to be coming through within those next 90 days that's going to allow you to catch up, then do that, right? I've had a client who, and she's a 6-figure earner. She makes $180,000 a month, but she also started, her and her fiance started a trucking business, and trucking has been getting battered, since 2020. And the truck was down and out. It had to be repaired. So she needed about 90 days for some more income to come in so she can catch up on these bills. So that's what she did. She did the hardship program. They gave her a 90-day deferment. She was able to her and her fiance were able to secure some extra finances, some new contracts and things came through. They was able to catch up on the payments, get the truck back on the road. Now they're cash flowing $10,000 to $20,000 a week. These programs exist, and the great thing about these programs is that you can take full advantage of them without destroying your credit. These debt management companies, these debt consolidation companies will fuck up your credit because they know the average person is only focused on the monthly payment. The average person doesn't think about how missing 6 months of payments on their credit report is going to damage them, right? So this is typically the life cycle. A person, takes on some debt. Things happen. They can't cover the minimum payment. Maybe, they overspent, or maybe they just lost their job. Maybe they got sick, whatever it is. So you get to go to a debt management program. Debt management program is going to say, hey, no problem. Listen, we're going to negotiate on your behalf. We'll roll all of your credit card bills or all of your bills into one bill. You're going to stop paying that bill. You're going to pay us instead. You're going to pay into this escrow account for about 6 months. While you're paying into this escrow account, you're not paying any of those other bills. Don't even worry about those other bills. Just pay us. We'll take care of those bills for you. But you have to pay into us for 6 months. While you pay into us for 6 months, we're not paying any of your other credit card bills. So what that means is that all those other credit card bills are going to end up being charged off. So now if you have 5 credit cards, that you have 5 credit cards with 6 months of late payments, and now you have 5 credit cards that are in charge off status on your credit report. So now your credit report is trashed. The debt management company is going to say, okay, now we're going to settle all of these accounts for a lower amount, and you're going to pay us for the next 5 years, and then we'll pay off these credit cards for you. In the meantime, your actual credit report is destroyed. So you thought you were going to buy a new house, you're not. If you thought you were going to refinance your student loans into a lower rate, you're not. If you thought you were about to get a new car, you're not with a good interest rate, because this debt management program just totally ruined your credit. So now after you pay off that, you still got to go through credit repair, because you have these 5 charge-off accounts on your credit report. So then you go through the credit repair process. You know, you hop on YouTube, you watch my videos, you watch someone else's videos, and you go through the credit repair process, or you pay a credit repair company to get you back in good standing. So in 4 to 5 years, cool, you're back up and running. Sure, that's one way to do it. The other way to do it is to use a financial hardship program with the credit card company. They're going to shut down the account. That's not a problem, because they're going to shut down the account anyway. You also avoid the account going into charge-off status. You also avoid any late payments being reported to your credit. If you're someone who's looking to get funding, this is vitally important, because as soon as you have one missed payment, you're out of the running for getting funding. You're not going to be able to get funding with a new late payment. You're not going to be able to get funding with 5 charge-offs on your credit report. You'll still have to go through credit repair, get those charge-offs removed before we can get you funding. Whereas if you're on a debt management, if you're doing a financial hardship program, it's possible to continue to get funding, because on your credit report, it's still saying that you're doing on-time payment, right? It still says that you have on-time payments coming. Now, some companies will report that you're on some kind of debt management or a financial hardship program on your credit report. I've seen it where it could prevent some additional funding, but there are some lenders that don't report it. They may report it, they may not report it, right? It's a 50-50 chance, but they have to disclose to you that we might put this on your credit report, that you're on a financial hardship program. At the end of the day, it's about what is going to be the most beneficial to you. And it depends on where you are in your journey. If your debt is way too high, like, let's say you're in the hole, right? I had a client, they were trying to decide between debt consolidation, debt management, or bankruptcy. After speaking to one of the debt management specialists, it was determined that they would still be negative, like negative $1,000 a month, even with the debt management program. They, at that time, didn't see a way to basically increase their income to cover that debt. So for them, they reasoned that it would be better for them to go ahead and just file for bankruptcy. Now, debt management could be a good idea if all you want to do is lower your monthly bill. and you don't care about having late payments on your credit. That could be a good idea for you. If you're worried about having late payments on your credit and you're worried about the monthly bill, getting a debt consolidation loan would be a better option for you, because it allows you to roll all of your credit card debt into one bill, which is a loan, right? And it will pay off all of your credit cards, and all of your credit cards are now going to say zero, have a balance of zero. You're going to pay a lower interest rate because now you're only paying a loan, and you don't have any missed payments, right? So that's the full story with debt consolidation, right? This comes up because a lot of people are looking for debt. They think they want funding, but they don't really want funding. They're just looking for debt consolidation because their monthly bill is too high, right? When we're talking about funding, we're talking about getting access to capital that you can use to scale up one of your businesses. We're not talking about debt consolidation. That's a different reason for funding, right? When we're talking about funding, we're like, hey, take this money, invest it into your business, grow your business. If you're looking for debt consolidation, there's happymoney.com, there's badcreditloans.com, there's upwork.com, not Upwork, Upstart, sorry. There's upstart.com, there's upgrade.com, or you can go to one of your credit unions and just get a personal loan and consolidate everything in there. On the business side, of course, you can always get a business loan or business line of credit to consolidate your loans as well, right? If you want to get real spicy and you just want to move around some debt, you can always get a business credit card, multiple business credit cards, and do a balance transfer from a personal credit card over to your business credit cards, preferably business credit cards that have zero interest for 12 months. That's how you can use business funding to also act as a way of debt consolidation. This moves the debt off of your personal credit. It pays off the personal credit, so everything's going to report a zero balance, and it saves you interest because now everything's on a zero interest business credit card. I saved that for last for everyone that's tapping in and really took the time to be interested in this topic. Listen, my name is Jamal. I'm the credit protector. I help small business owners get access to capital. If you're interested, you need help, assistance, guidance with your credit journey so you can get prepared for business funding, or you're looking for resources to help you get business funding, hit me up. I have a lot of resources on this page, strategies, tips, tricks on this channel. And I also offer 30-minute consultations or hour-long consultations. The link for that is in the description of the channel and in the videos. I'll talk to you guys later. Have a great Saturday. Peace.